Well, there we go. With the completion of the shipyard, that is the Smugglers Cove finished. So let's go around and give a slightly more detailed tour of the whole place. I've added a couple more decorations in here or there. Not much, just enough to fill in some of the voids that were left over. And we'll start from the dock. Obviously we built this. This was the first thing that spawned the idea for the whole place. It was just a little smuggler's dock a couple of weeks ago. And I thought, why not flesh the entire place out? I really like this little spot because it's tucked in right behind these wrecks here. Obviously it doesn't matter now because we've built up everywhere else, but you know, it still gives a nice little look to the place, because they could be breaking them down now from there. So yeah, these are two little boats we built in that video. So go check that out if you want to see how to build them. They're really quick to build. Literally takes about 10 minutes. So all this pathing I've put in individual piece by piece. Just a little first little camp area. The dockmaster's house over here. It's nice and small. This was my attempt at a suspension bridge. Obviously it's got its own video with the dockmaster's house. Let's take a quick peek in here, see what's going on. There's a little bit of decoration, nothing fancy. There was more stuff there, but it seems to have vanished. Classic Bethesda. There we go. Yeah, let's go take a peek up there. Obviously you can follow the path around. We'll come and have a look in the naughty buoy in a minute. I've added in some guard posts and just fenced off the back just a bit. It's quite an open settlement, to be fair, compared to previous builds. But I wish I'd have staggered the flooring pieces for this to make it look like it had a little bit of a bow to it. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. But it still works. It does its job. Just a nice little lookout post. We're starting to get the fog in, so we'll have to go and hit the typical. As soon as you start a tour, the fog rolls in. We'll have to go and hit a clear firework thing. Let's run down there real quick and do that. Someone digging that out. Look. Alright. There we go. Let's run back real quick. Right, where were we? Right, over here. So, yeah, all the pathing leads to its own little building. Let's go and take a look in the naughty buoy. Little bar. I love using these what are they called? Weapon racks. It's looking right at me on the screen. I love using the weapon racks as railings. That was a Tango and Cap's idea, and it works out so well. But you can use them for other stuff too. In a couple of builds you'll see I use them for other things too. They make great barricades and things like that. Even walls. There was more decoration in here. It seems it's gone through the floor. Don't know why, but Spectacle Island does not like being decorated. We'll take a peek under the floor and see if it's there. I bet it is. Got the bar. Most of that stayed there. Okay. Little sleeping area up here around this corner. There we go. It's nothing fancy. It's just a little room for the barkeep to stay in. Little upstairs. There was food on here. That's vanished. Everything's gone. It was there like 20 minutes ago. Everything's gone. The Todd father is not happy today. I wouldn't mind, but I haven't even maxed out the build budget for here, because it's a massive area, so it has a huge build budget. and we haven't even lowered it once. So I bet there's stuff hiding underneath here. Yep, there it is. There's some that's fell through. Anyway, that was the second build we did for the place. Let's take a peek, following the path round. This was the third build, the gun store. Little gun runner's shack, custom built this one. There's no prefab in here, basically no snapping at all really, other than the two roof pieces back to back. Everything else was all glitch built in, and we kept it under 15 minutes. Nice quick build. Another little camp area out the front. No one really stays here, they just visit, you know. Other than the few people that actually operate the stores and things, no one really stays here, so you know, there's no need for a barracks or bunkhouse or anything like that. Closed off that little area there, and then the fourth build we did here was the rum runner's shack, or moonshiner's shack, or anything. This was inspired by Tango and Cap's build, to be fair, but it fitted so perfectly in with what I wanted for here. I've changed it up a little bit, did it over an overhang, added beams underneath, so there's a little walkway underneath it. Yeah, and this is where they brew the Naughty Boy brew. Use the Nuka-Cola cauldron there, and then it looks like the candles are heating up. This is like a boiling vessel kind of thing. Obviously you don't want to drink too much Naughty Boy brew. It's got some dodgy ingredients in it. But yeah, I quite like how this place turned out. I'm quite pleased with it. It's back to being a small settlement, quite contained, but there's some more stuff that's fell through. Yeah, and we finished up the whole place with the contraband keel company, the shipbreakers.
Yes.
Let's have a good old look in here at the ship. This is a slightly bigger version of the boat that I make. And what we did with this one is it's the same sort of design, but in the middle at the bottom, if you can see in there, let's see if we can jump in, we sink the footstools in the bottom, so makes it a bit wider. But like I say, it's a very modular boat. You can make it as big or as long as you want, really. Yeah, comes out quite nice, and it literally takes us a couple of minutes to throw together, but I think it does look like a boat. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.